Viewers' discretion is advised. For this progression themed podcast, this content may contain sensitive discussions about trauma and mental health. You may face side effects such as growth, healing, and the love of God. This environment may be uncomfortable for those who struggle with mental health. This is an open space with open discussion. However, we encourage our viewers to reach out to a trusted friend, family, or professional for help. If you have no one, you have me.
My girlfriend, that through thick and thin, my girlfriend. Hello, YouTube. Hello, all streaming platforms that you're listening to this on. This is going to be episode 1 of the God's Girls podcast. I'm excited. I am super excited. Recently, I feel like I've been called to restart my podcast. I've rebranded. I have gone through a little bit more of a life, and I'm excited to be here and to talk to you guys about so much. And hopefully we can go on this journey called life together and become our own kind of beautiful. Because if I'm being completely honest, I feel like that is what this whole podcast is about. Becoming your own kind of beautiful, loving yourself, letting others love on you with healing and in time, and just coming with peace and coming with priority and coming correct about yourself and about God. This is for everyone, not only girls, but men too. If you're a man and you believe in God and you want to strengthen yourself through God, this is for you. What this is not for, this is not a space of judgment. We're not doing that. This is not a space of ridicule. We're not doing that. This is not a space for alienation. We're not doing that at all. And what my season looks like is not for you to judge or to talk about. I'm so proud of myself because I literally told myself I was putting my phone do not disturb, and it's ringing and I hear it and I'm ignoring it because I'm here and I'm focused. Okay. So I'm gonna be looking down because for this episode and every episode moving forward, I'm gonna have my iPad giving me direction for what I'm saying. But if God is calling me to say something, I will say it. Okay. This first episode is gonna be called Starting Over. I was literally just talking to my friends about starting over and how I felt so uneasy because this season I'm currently in, it just feels like I am learning so much about myself. I'm learning so much about my capabilities. I am relearning so much things that I was taught from childhood, and I am allowing those things to just flow through me without any form of me combating it, because that's usually what I do. I usually combat. But we're going to talk about refocusing as the first part of this podcast. It is really important to refocus in a season of starting over, because my season of starting over, your season of starting over is going to be very different for everyone. And I think that is so important to talk about, just because I know for me, when I first realized that I was being put in the season of restarting, I prayed for this. Let me just say that. I prayed for this. I asked God to give me a restart, to refresh my mind, to change my mind, to change my heart, to give me the ability to call onto Him and not onto worldly things when I feel distraught. Okay, and one thing about me is I get distraught. I do. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I feel how I feel, and that's just what's gonna happen. Like, I don't let things stop me from feeling. Like, I just feel how I feel, and sometimes those feelings can become very overwhelming for anyone. So yeah, refocusing my mind on better, like understanding that I am better. Like, I am better than certain environments. I am better than certain conversations. I am better than certain arguments. Like, I'm trying to relearn so much that I was taught. And from my perspective, everything um, I'm going through, a lot of the struggles that I've went through is because of the things I seen and I was taught as a child. And I'm really trying to unlearn those things. And I think that's very important for anyone, is to go through why you are the way you are. And a lot of it comes from and stems from childhood. So I would say that's one of the biggest things that anyone should do, is really go through their childhood and unfold and uncover the parts of yourself that is not conventional to what others may believe. Um, that is the first point, is change how you think about the season that you're currently in. Um, I think that it's very important for you to turn everything into a learning lesson, because that is how you grow. Okay, some things, it is very important for you to stick to your morals and your standards and your values, but other than that, like, you should be very receptive to understanding that things change, and you should be very malleable with change, like very easily flowing with change. And it's hard for me because I'm a Leo and I'm a mutable sign. No, I'm a fixed sign. Not mutable. I'm a fixed sign. And I know zodiac signs, everything with that. But I'm Leo and I'm a fixed sign, and I be fixated on little tiny things that don't matter. But I'm also fixated on big things, and that gives me a lot of progression in life. But on to the topic at hand. The next point I have is, whatever you believe is true. Your mind, it reinforces what you have told it over the years. So a big part of refocus is understanding that what you put into your mind and what you say to yourself and what you give yourself will ultimately be what your reality is. So if you tell yourself that you're not worthy, then that's true. I may believe you're worthy, but what you tell yourself is like the most important thing, and I want to make sure that you understand that and you know that. um Keep believing in yourself and tell yourself positive things and not negative things, because your mind is your reality. So that is very important about refocusing. The next thing I have is, target who you want to become by addressing who you are now. So take the time to reevaluate who you are currently and who you want to be. So I'm going to give you an example. If you are a very unfit person, you eat unhealthy foods all the time, and you're borderline diabetic, and you're just going through so much in life, and you want to be fit, you want to be healthy, you want to be whole, you want to feel good, you have to think about what you're aligned with right now. So, are you eating healthy? Are you working out? Are you doing the things that healthy people do? And if your answer is no, you need to sit with yourself and have a hard look in the mirror and say, no, I am not doing what I need to be doing to get to where I want to be in life. And that's okay. I think that it's very, very normal to take account for where you lack, because by taking account of where you lack, it gives you space and opportunity to grow. And I want people to stop making it seem like calling yourself out and looking at yourself in the mirror and being unsatisfied is a negative thing. That is moments for opportunity. I see so many people make negative things out of normal human being things. Like arguments are normal and it's okay. But those arguments and those confrontations are opportunities to communicate differently. And I just want us to all, as a whole collective group of people, to stop trying to make everything so negative. Think of things as opportunities instead of negative. That's how I feel. Okay. So, um, another thing about refocusing is changing your external environment. Like, I want us to all take a moment to like appreciate that God gave us the ability to have free will, because literally you can do whatever you want to do. Okay? If you want to move out that city, move out that city. Literally just move. If you want to be happy and you're in a toxic relationship, leave. And more it sounds easier said than done, and I understand that because I've been there and I've been the emotions and I've been in those spaces. But the one thing I will say has helped me so much is being radical. Like, just do it. And it's hard. I promise you, it's hard. It is. But everything is hard. Being in a toxic relationship is hard. Being overweight is hard. Being unhappy is hard. Being depressed is hard. So it's like, if you have to fight for your happiness and then reap the benefits later, I think that you should think about that. Definitely think about that. The second point of starting over is alignment. So we're going to get into alignment now. So the biggest thing about alignment is you are what you attract. So everything that's going on in your life is a mirror for who you are. So sometimes when you're in a relationship or you're in a situation or you're in a trial or tribulation, it is showing you something about yourself, and you're meant to look through the mirror and realize something about yourself so you can grow. I don't know if you guys have noticed a recurring topic conversation during this podcast, but if you haven't, I'm gonna highlight it. Growth. Get up, grow. Okay. So, mirrors. So if you're wanting, for example, like in society we have this thing, and it's a male and it's a female thing, where women want men to be a certain kind of way and men want women to be a certain kind of way too. But it's very different. But I think that this is something that is so controversial, can't even talk, controversial, where it's like, I want the man that has the Benz. I want the man that has the career. I want the man that has the muscles. I want the man that looks like this. I want the man that can do this. And it's just like, are you aligned with that man? Because he exists. He exists. Trust me. I know a lot of them. The man that has the muscles, the man that has the Benz, the man that has the emotional awareness. I know a lot of men with all of those qualities. Shout out to Salim, my best friend. Yeah, he got all those qualities. He got a Benz, babe. But with that being said, with me knowing Salim, for example, Salim is very particular, and it's because he's aligned with certain qualities, like away from the material things in his life. And it's just like, are you aligned with that person that you want in your life? Like, yeah, he may have a Benz, but he also wants a woman that has cleanliness, and he wants a woman that has maturity, and he wants a woman that's able to advocate and communicate efficiently. Are you that woman? Can you do that? And it's just like, you need to really have a reality check with yourself, love. Be more realistic. For real. Be more realistic with yourself. Because if you're not able to give yourself the things that you are requiring other people to have, you are delusional. And it's not motivated delusion. It is material delusion, and it's weird. Stop doing it. It's so weird. I just want you guys to know. Like, if no one else tells you, it's weird. Okay? And it's just not something it's not gonna benefit you at the end of the day. So the next thing about alignment is, what bad habits do you need to change? So if you have bad habits, those habits are very noticeable, especially when they contribute to negative actions. And honestly, me personally, I will not tolerate any attitude, any negative self talk that I did not contribute to. Like, I didn't wake up with you, I didn't put drama on you, I did not do any of those things that allowed you to become the person you are today with these bad habits. So I'm not going to allow that in my life. And I don't think anyone would, because you're supposed to grow and add to yourself and fill your cup. And if you're filling your cup with bad habits, then those bad habits tend to overflow into the people's cups that are around you. And I'm not having it. So think about your bad habits and take accountability for them. Next, we're going to go into how to get rid of bad habits. So the best way to get rid of bad habits, for me, cold turkey, period. I just stop. Like, I'm not I need to go through so much to get rid of bad habits. No, I just stop. I've never been addicted to anything other than probably like a very toxic relationship. But that bad habit I'm working on currently. Like, I'm not even entertaining that person anymore. Like, I don't even talk to that person anymore. And that's a bad habit that I am internally setting boundaries within myself for. So I don't continuously go through the same results with those bad habits. Now, I will say that bad habits are tested in the space of opportunity. So you don't really know if you kick the habit until you have the opportunity to go back to that bad habit. If you choose not to and you have resilience and you have strength, then that's how you know you've beat the bad habit, right? Okay, so another part of alignment is believing that you're worthy. Like, once you believe, and this is the most like craziest thing to me, how like your mind can really consume you. Once you believe that you're worthy of everything that God has for you, it is insane. It is insane how your confidence, your internal joy will literally exude so much positivity. It's insane. The people that will be attracted to you, it's going to be a lot, because some people that are negative are attracted to light. Like, darkness is attracted to light. However, it is so amazing to see how many great people you can meet off of just being authentically who you are. Like, literally being authentic with who you are, because that is what's going to give you the most authentic version that God has, like, of life that God has for you. I have met so many people on social media that have given me so much encouragement and kind words and given me so much love. It's insane. Like, shout out to all of the people. You know who you are. I'm not going to be saying no names on here because that's when people want to tussle. But content creators that I know that have inspired me to even start this podcast, like, I've seen, and it's crazy. It's so crazy how the most positive people, how like people on social media can be so just negative. Like, this one creator, I'm not gonna say anyone's name because I think that's just crazy, but this one creator, he makes content about spirituality and growing in God, and his journey that he's going through, and his relationship is recent. He's been posting it, and the confrontation that people have had for his his relationship and how he's not being perceived as this godly person and how he's not a godly, like, really genuinely, I think to myself when I see this stuff, like, why is that your business? Like, why do you care? Like, even if this person is perceived as like this godly person on social media and they're trying, you don't have to follow anyone, and you shouldn't be following anyone. You should be on your own journey and worried about yourself. Like, the backlash this man has received is freaking crazy to me. Like, first of all, like, mind your business, question mark. And I mean, if he is posting on social media, I understand people have their own opinions, because when you post, you open up a door for people to give commentary on like your life. And when you're sharing your life with people, um you give people the openness to like comment on it, which is totally fine. But like, mind your business, question mark. Like, are you bored? Like, why you even care? Like, why do you even care is my whole thing. Like, to be on social media saying how somebody isn't godly is the most ungodly thing. Like, you're judging people is weird. But on to something else. Like I was saying, believe your worth, align with who you are, don't stop, don't let people stop you. Okay. The third and final point I'm gonna make is sacrifice. So we're gonna get into sacrifice. You have to understand that you have to sacrifice who you were and who people know you to be for what you want in life. So you basically have to give up what you knew to learn and know something different. And it's going to be difficult. This part is very hard because a lot of the times I struggle with this is people that I grew up with, family members that I grew up with, siblings that I grew up with, they don't align with who I'm becoming, and it's hard for them. And I have learned to stop internalizing other people and what they believe and how they feel, because it really has nothing to do with me. But even relationships, like who I am today and who I was then is two different people, and I'm growing and learning. But it makes people uncomfortable when you're not the same person that they are used to, or that they know, because it's a sense of control that, like, oh, I know this person, so I have some sort of like attachment to them. It's a very, very, very techie thing. And I'm going to be so real with you. Don't let that happen to you. Like, no matter what other people believe you are, who you were, is crazy. Who you were, don't allow who you were to get in the way of who you will become. Okay? Like, people in my family, siblings, like literally friends, it's just like, oh my God, like, I just don't know this person. And it's like, you're not supposed to. We don't align no more, honey. And that's okay. And people are uncomfortable with that. So I want you to know, like, you're going to have to sacrifice who you were for who you're becoming. Another point in sacrifice is accepting that you're evolving. This was so hard for me. Now, we did talk a little bit before about it, about the fear of being seen. I have tried to deny this for so long. Like, I've tried to self-sabotage me being a content creator, me making YouTube videos for so long, that I kind of think that it made me feel more safe, because I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go with the safe route. I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna be a nurse, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And now it's kind of like, I'm in school, I'm doing, and I still feel a calling to make content. It's crazy. I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh my God, I can make a video about this. God put so much on my mind and on my heart, and He's given me the capability and the capacity to understand and to break down information and to literally soak up wisdom. It's insane. Literally everyone I know is like, oh my God, you look so young, but you're so mature. And it has nothing to even do with me. It's God. Like, it literally God. It's like, it's literally God. It can't be no one else, because the way that I have grown and my heart has become so full, it can't be anyone else but God, because I've been through so much and I'm still full in love and still full in life and still full in becoming more and doing more and helping others. Like, it's insane. It has to be God. Um, okay, the last final thing we're going to say, and this is a great last note, the final part. Give yourself permission to be happy. Stop thinking something bad will happen because it's not true. I know that you're used to, and I don't know who I'm speaking to. I gotta say this clear. I'm gonna have a conversation with you because that's where we're going with this. I know that the trauma you've been through has literally put you through so much, and you've been in survival mode for your whole life. That's over. I decree and declare that God will give you everything you want and more, and He will replace the pain with joy. I decree and declare that for your life. And if that is not how you feel, I decree and declare that God will put that on your spirit. God will put that on your spirit. God will put that on your heart. Okay? He will do that for you because He is a God of wonder. He is a God of life. He is a God of rejuvenating and rejoicing. Okay? He will remake you. So don't ever think that you're too far gone. You're too lost. It's hard to accept good things, but good things are coming to you. Honey, you don't even know. God has plans to prosper you. Okay? And it may not look the same for everybody because it's not supposed to. It may have taken time, but your blessings are coming. So that is going to be the end of this podcast. I am V, and this is the God's Girls podcast, where we are becoming our own kind of beautiful. Honey. I'm super excited. We're going to be coming every single week with a new video. And at the end of each video, I'm going to give you guys some tasks because I'm all about learning and growing. So I'm going to give y'all some tasks because y'all need tasks, okay? We need to work and we need to actually do things to help us get to where we're going. So for this week, I'm going to give you guys tasks. So task number 1 is you're going to create internal boundaries. So what that means is you're going to make a list of things that you are not going to do. And it has everything to do with your bad habits. So literally make a list and say, okay, I'm not going to smoke anymore. You're not going to do it anymore. And then if you do, make another list next to your boundaries for consequences. Sometimes we have to give ourselves consequences for our bad habits so our brain knows that it's associated with something bad. Okay? The dopamine is making you feel like it's not bad. It's bad. That's why it's called a bad habit. So you're going to make a list of internal boundaries, and then to coexist with that boundary, you're going to make a consequence for if you go past that boundary. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is create a realistic goal list. Okay. We're going to do small things. We're going to do really small goals. So you're going to do read a page a day, or walk a mile a day, or call my mom. Something to help you grow internally. Okay. Whatever you're struggling with, put something on that list for the struggle. Okay. And then you're going to find you're going to find an accountability partner. So this accountability partner is going to help you. Okay. They're going to check in with you. They're going to make sure you're okay. They're going to give you space for growth and love you. And they're also going to tell you you're not doing okay. It's hard and it's okay, but you're not doing okay. And the only way you can grow is if you acknowledge that, okay? So we're going to do those 3 things, and we're going to check in next week with another episode. And I'm super excited. I hope you guys love this podcast, and I hope you guys keep growing in God and in your faith. And I'll see you next time. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Do you guys understand how much I love you? Oh my God. I hope you guys love my theme song. It's the girlfriend's theme song, and we're gonna rock with that till the day we die. Okay, that's gonna be our theme song. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. I